Miami Heat coach Erik Spoelstra became just the 17th head coach in NBA history to register 800 wins. The Heat outlasted the Milwaukee Bucks on Wednesday at the Kaseya Center in an East Group C game for the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup. Speaking to the media after the Heat's 106-103 win, Spoelstra shared that he was confused why his team was celebrating too much after the win. He thought about the Heat possibly qualifying for the next round of the NBA Cup before realizing that they were celebrating his 800th victory. I was very confused. I was calculating that maybe we qualified for the Cup. Then I'm looking around like nobody else is getting water dumped on them. I'm like, wait a minute. What's going on here? Spoelstra said. Spoelstra explained that the historic accomplishment hasn't sunk into his mind yet since he had no idea he was approaching 800 wins. He got a little teary-eyed after thanking the Heat franchise for taking a chance on him and supporting him throughout the years. The 55-year-old coach has been with the Heat organization since 1995, when he started as a video coordinator. He rose up through the ranks to eventually become the team's head coach in 2008, replacing his mentor, Pat Riley. In his first 17 seasons in charge of the Heat, they have won 2 NBA championships and made 6 NBA Finals appearances. Riley would trade stars before firing Spoelstra. Miami Heat team president Pat Riley rewarded Erik Spoelstra with a whopping 8-year, $120 million contract extension last year. Riley has the utmost trust in Spoelstra, who helped create the famed Heat culture that makes them one of the best organizations in the NBA. Former Heat assistant David Fizdali explained in an episode of The Association on NBA TV how deep that trust between Riley and Spoelstra was. I've seen Pat threaten superstars with, "I'll trade you before I fire him." So that's what you're talking about, the testament of the Heat. This dude is elite at game planning, teaching, late-game situations, motivating, all of the boxes that you need to check to be great. He checks all of them, Fizdali said, via Basketball Network. It's been a while since the Heat won a title, but Riley continues to believe in Spoelstra, who has rewarded him with a new, exciting offense this season. Spoelstra's new offense taking over the NBA. After getting demolished by the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round of the 2025 NBA playoffs, Erik Spoelstra went back to the drawing board in the offseason. Spoelstra took a good hard look at his offense and decided to make some massive changes. From being a half-court-based offense, the Heat now has the fastest pace in the league. They are also the second highest scoring team in the NBA so far this season, averaging 122.9 points per game. Austin Dobbins of Sports Illustrated summarized Spoelstra's new offense as focused on isolations, trust, pace, and confidence in not only yourself, but those around you. The Heat has shied away from pick-and-roll situations and utilizes spaces to create a lot of scoring opportunities via drives, kicks, and cuts. The result? A current record of 13-6, which is good for third in the Eastern Conference. They're on a 6-game win streak and have won 8 out of their last 10 games. Since being acquired in a sign-and-trade, Duncan Robinson has been an important veteran piece for the Pistons. His shooting has been a key to unlocking the offense as his younger teammates develop their skill sets. At the same time, Simone Fontecchio is having a resurgence in Miami as the other side of the trade. Robinson and Fontecchio are having newfound success. Both players are having bounce-back seasons after reaching breaking points with their previous teams last season. The Heat shipped out Robinson with concerns about his defense and role in a changing offense. Now, Robinson has fit in beautifully for the Pistons and provided veteran leadership for a young team. Robinson is now averaging 12.5 points per game while shooting 42% from 3 on over 7 attempts per game. He has started every game for the Pistons this season, which has provided important stability considering the team's injuries across the roster. Unlike previous seasons, the Pistons have had strong contributions from role players this season, and Robinson is leading that charge. Not only is Robinson making threes at a high rate, he is also helping the offense flow with his constant movement. He's a master of using his off-ball gravity to create open looks for teammates. It's the type of elite shooting that perfectly complements the Pistons' strong pick-and-roll game with Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren. Simone Fontecchio could not provide the same level of shooting off the catch and was traded away following a season of struggles. But the Heat are running an isolation-heavy offense that allows different players to drive and score off the dribble. It's been a much better fit for Fontecchio than the Pistons' offense. This season, Fontecchio is averaging 10 points per game while shooting 39% from 3 on 5.6 attempts per game. Compared to last season, when he averaged just 6 points per game while shooting 33% from 3, he looks much more comfortable. With the added freedom of Miami's system, Fontecchio has been able to find his rhythm again to score efficiently. Both the Pistons and the Heat have started the season surprisingly strong. Of course, the Pistons are on top of the Eastern Conference at 15-3, but the Heat are not too far behind at 13-6. Despite missing their only All-Star from last season in Tyler Herro to start the year, the Heat have had a strong offense using their innovative approach. It's gotten the best out of many players, including Fontecchio. On the other hand, the Pistons couldn't be happier about their off-season pickups. They're on track for a franchise-best season, and Robinson is perfect in his role. Even his defensive concerns in Miami have been covered up by the Pistons, making him the ideal Detroit sharpshooter. Jonathan Kuminga to the Miami Heat. Young prospect lands in Florida in a move aimed at renewal and athletic explosion. The Miami Heat surprised the NBA by announcing the arrival of Jonathan Kuminga, one of the league's most promising young players. The forward, known for his combination of physical strength, defensive versatility, and still-rising offensive potential, leaves the Golden State Warriors for South Florida in a deal that marks a significant change for both franchises. According to internal sources, the trade involves draft picks and rotation players sent to the Warriors, who are looking to reorganize their roster around Stephen Curry and alleviate contractual issues. For the Heat, however, the move is seen as a rare opportunity to acquire a young athlete with an unknown potential, precisely the profile Miami has been trying to add to its roster. Kuminga, 22, arrives at the Heat with the expectation of taking on a bigger role than he had in Golden State, where he frequently alternated between impactful runs and reduced minutes due to the team's depth and coach Steve Kerr's tactical decisions. In Miami, the idea is clear: to give the player more freedom, responsibility, and room to evolve. At his official presentation, the forward highlighted his enthusiasm for this new phase. Miami is known for developing players, for getting the most out of each athlete. "I'm excited to grow here and help the team go far," said Kuminga. Heat coach Erik Spoelstra didn't hide his excitement about the new addition. The coach sees the forward as an ideal piece for the team's physical and disciplined style, with the potential to contribute immediately on defense and become, in the medium term, one of the franchise's offensive protagonists. Kuminga has energy, versatility, and a competitive profile that matches the Heat's identity. "We are ready to help him take the next step," said Spoelstra. Analysts point out that the arrival of the young forward could rejuvenate Miami's rotation, bringing explosiveness to the offense, a strong presence in the paint, and the ability to guard multiple positions, essential characteristics in an increasingly versatile NBA. For Golden State, Kuminga's departure represents a bet on reconfiguring the roster around veterans, as well as long-term financial space. The Heat, by taking the risk, are aiming for immediate and future potential, believing that the forward can become a key piece in the franchise's next cycle. With Kuminga now in Miami, the Heat adds youth, strength, and ambition, ingredients that could put the team back at the center of the highest competition in the Eastern Conference.